Shalom, Israel. The I.S.U.P.K is hosting the Lord's 55th annual Passover with a all-access pass to the lamb slaughter, all-black party, scripture breakdown class, kids party, the Lord's 55th annual Passover, and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Get your all-access pass at ISUPK.com, starting with April 17th events with the lamb slaughter at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in North Carolina. Make sure that you get involved. Make sure that you're in the house at 1921 Strickland Road, Clayton, North Carolina. Followed up on April 18th, Thursday, the all-black party. I.S.U.P.K concert series in Durham, North Carolina at the Durham Armory. Last year we tore it down, and this year it's gonna be a whole movie. Then Friday we have the kids party with a petting zoo. On top of that, it's going to be held at the Sky Zone Trampoline Park with virtual reality included. Get your all-access pass at ISUPK.com. April 19th in the evening, General Mahaiman's scripture breakdown class. You already know we got the heavy hitter in the building, and it's going to be at the South Square Event Center. Make sure that you're in the house starting at 7 p.m. in Durham, North Carolina. Then April 20th, the moment you've been waiting for, the Lord's 55th annual Passover. Make sure that everybody's in the house, and it's being held at the last Black National Fairgrounds in Pittsboro, North Carolina, starting at 6 p.m. Also housing an actual slave quarters, which you will be able to go and take pictures and video footage in front of it. That's 191 Fairgrounds Road, Pittsboro, North Carolina, April 20th, starting at 6 p.m. with a doors open at 4 p.m. for a brunch. Make sure you're in the house on time. Then April 21st, Sunday, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread at the Haiti Heritage Center, 804 Old Fayetteville Street, Durham, North Carolina. Make sure that you are in the house. If you have not booked your hotel room, there are still a few rooms available at the Millennium Hotel. Check the number. Make sure that you call. Rooms are only available while they last. The Lord's 55th annual Passover, hosted by the I.S.U.P.K.
This a Batman tune, I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit, alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. U.P.K, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man. Shit, got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swear. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out.
This video taken by the I.S.U.P.K is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your...
This video taken by the I.S.U.P.K is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. This
fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sean, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up, I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitch and that crying. And I say, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Yeah, nah.
Push up position.
Don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Sharp. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then when you speaking to me far. Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war. Yeah.
All right, clap it up. Okay, so Shalom, which means peace, with the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, you know what I mean? And like I say, Tawada for Leicester for having us, you know what I mean? Our job here, from 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible, that according to the Bible, the real Jews are black. And we're going to show you that today. So we have a school also in Birmingham at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. We've got online classes also, which is I.S.U.P.K, which is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, I.S.U.P.K, UK. We're on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, TikTok. We have loads of content, you know what I mean? Go on there, subscribe, like, share, and you know what I mean? Support the thing, man. So has anyone seen the news with Putin talking about the people of the Bible were black? Did anyone see that lately? So lately, Putin, coming from Russia, he's come out with the archives showing you that the people of the Bible were black, come out with pictures and all sorts, man. And little do a lot of us know that that's in the Bible. Little does a lot of us know that the I.S.U.P.K been teaching that, man. For anyone that don't know about the Dark Ages, after our King Christ died, you had brothers that was continuing the work. And as you know about Corinthians and Ephesians, these are places in Asia Minor, also known as Europe. Today, that would be modern day Turkey, places like Russia and so forth. And these brothers, after Christ died, the Romans was killing anybody that believed in Christ, man. So these brothers had to hide into places called catacombs. A catacomb is a grave, it's an underground grave or underground tunnel. And these brothers had to hide in these places. And as they were hiding in these places, they drew images of their prophets, of Moses and Isaiah and Christ and the angels. And these images were black, man. Right. And then up until the time of the Dark Ages, you know what I mean? These records were kept in catacombs, underground. And this is what Putin is showing the world. So what happened after the Dark Ages became the Renaissance period, which means rebirth. So the Romans came back into power. And what did they start to do? Paint over all them dark images, man. And that's how you get images like this right here. That's how you get images like this, man. It's like to paint over the images of black images. And that's how you get this. This, for anyone that don't know, this is an actual man that lived. This is a man called Caesar Borgia, man. The second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. He had a sister called Lucretia Borgia. His father was called Rodrigo Borgia. And they painted him and made him be the picture of Christ. Also, this picture right here, if anyone wants to pass it around, this is the picture right here, man. And in the background, you can see what? A black image right here. And then you can see a Catholic priest painting in white. Wow. You see what you want to pass that around, Baba Kushar? That's what you see right here. And this is how we get these white images today. Because in the Renaissance period, you had the Catholic Church under Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, which made a decree to paint over all the black images and make them Caucasian. All throughout the Bible, it was known that these men was black. All throughout history, it was known that these men was black. And they made a decree and painted over everything, all the images. And now, what do we see on the church wall, man? We see what the Sistine Chapel. We see what the Last Supper. And we think that all the people of the Bible was white, man. And we're going to show you, according to the Bible, according to history, there wasn't white, man. And I know a lot of people probably thinking, what does it matter? It matters, man. I'm going to show you that it matters also, man. So let's go in the Bible too. So this is what Putin's bringing out. And this is something a lot of our people don't know. And it's, you can't, we're not blaming no one. We're not supposed to know. You know what I mean? From he was born, we've been told that Jesus was white. From he was born, from going to Sunday school and Saturday school and the TV and pantomimes and Christmas movies, we've been taught the men of the Bible are white. So what do we think? Well, they're white then. And black men, there's one thing that you need to know, they're the same color as you, man. The people of the Bible, the same color as you, look like you, same hair texture as you, act like you. Listen, man, you're gonna find out today that the prophets of the Bible are black people, man. Not only are they black, they're from your heritage, your bloodline, you and them share the same DNA, the same family, man. They're your distant far cousins and far uncles, man. That's what they are. If you could, give me Exodus. So you call it in the Bible, man. Give me Exodus, sorry, Numbers 4 and 1. Nice and loud, Numbers 4 and 1. We're gonna show you that color is all in the Bible. Going to church, I asked my pastor, man, and he told me, color it in the Bible. It don't matter what color you are, man. I'm gonna show you, man. That listen, you've been going to church for 30 years, they've never taught you this, man. Right. You've been going to the mosque or any religion, they've never taught you this. And black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, it's not done by accident, it's done by design, man. Read that, Baba Kashar. I'm reading from a King James 1611 Bible. Any questions, put your hands up. We don't bite, you know what I mean? We'll get to your questions. So this is a King James 1611 Bible, what we ascribe to. Why? Because it's the closest, the most accurate records compared to the scrolls. We in the I.S.U.P.K under command General Yohana, we've been taught Hebrew, taught Greek, and we can compare it from the common craves. I've done it myself. We can actually get the Textus Receptus and the Hebrew and compare it to the King James, and it's the most closest and most accurate, more accurate than the NIV, more accurate than the New Revised version, more accurate than any man. I've done it myself, and that's why we read the King James Bible. Read that, Baba Kishar. Exodus 4:1.
Salakia. He said Numbers 4.
Salakia, Exodus, my bad. Let me know when you're there. Exodus 4:1. Any questions, let me know, and we'll answer them as well, man. So we're going to go into Moses. We're going to start from the Old Testament to the New. We're going to start by a man called Moses, man. Everyone knows about Moses, who led the Israelites out of Egypt. Everyone, we all went to Sunday school growing up. Let my people go, and Pharaoh. And let's find out what color this man was, man. Read that, Baba Kishar.
God, the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 1. And Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not believe me.
So the Most High told Moses, listen, go to Pharaoh, man, and tell him to let my people go, and go to the Israelites and say, listen, the Lord's chosen me to get you out of Egypt. Now, imagine the Lord told you to go down to 10 Downing Street, man, and knock on 10 Downing Street and go, yo, listen, the Lord wants us to go. And you're a black man, the Lord wants us to get out of here. The first thing you're going to say is, well, they're not going to believe me. I can't just rock up 10 Downing Street and say, yo, let's all go, man, let's bounce. Let's go get a land of our own. We're tired of being on the dole, and we're tired of, being on the bottom, man. Let's go get a land of our own, man. So the first thing Moses asks is, well, they're not going to believe me. They're going to say, well, who made you leader of us? Everyone claims that they talk to God. Everyone got a message from God. What makes me different from any other man that believes in God? Man, they're not going to believe me. Read.
God, they will not believe me.
There you go. And Moses said, they're not going to believe me. You can't just rock up and say, yo, God's with me, let's go. So Moses got a bit of doubt. He's saying, Lord, I don't mind doing it, but all these brothers ain't going to believe, man. Read.
God, no hearken unto my voice.
No, listen unto me. They're going to say, yeah, man. Every pastor says God's dealing with them. Every man say they got the word of God. What makes you any different, man? Read.
God. For they will say, the Lord hath not appeared unto thee.
There you go. And they're going to say, oh, why should we believe you, man? Everyone claims they got a vision from God. The Lord ain't speaking to you. You're going to get us killed, man. You're going to make the Egyptians kill us. You're going to stop us from working. You're going to follow you. You're going to die. How do we know God's really dealing with you, man? What's the proof, man? I need some proof. I need some evidence. Read.
God. And the Lord said unto him, what is that in thine hand?
And the Lord said, all right, Moses, what's that in your hand, man? Moses had a staff. A staff today is like a walking stick. Remember, this is before paved floors, man. Before paved floors was what? Sand. So to walk around, you need a stick. Anyone been to the beach before and stuff, and you put your foot in the ground and your foot sinks in the ground to assist you to get around? You need a walking stick, man. And the Most High said, Moses, what's that in your hand? Read.
God. And he said, a rod.
And he said, a rod, which today would be a walking stick, which is to help a man or assist a man in walking or getting through the desert and so forth. We done?
God. And he said, cast it on the ground.
And the Most High said, that same walking stick, throw it on the ground, cast it on the ground. Read.
God. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent.
And Moses cast that walking stick on the ground, and that walking stick became a snake. And that was a sign. So brothers will go, well, only God can do something like that. I guess the Lord's working with Moses. The Lord must be with Moses because, listen, only God can do a thing like that. I think we should listen to this man. I think this man is genuine and legit. And this is a man that we should listen to. Read.
God. And Moses fled from before it.
And Moses ran. So Moses saw his walking stick turn to a snake, and Moses like, yo. And Moses ran, fled from it. Right. Imagine you seeing that. Even Moses himself, who asked for this sign, was like, yo, this is some new stuff, man. This is crazy. And Moses ran. Ain't nobody want to get bitten by a snake, man. The Lord's miracle was so deep, even Moses had to step back like, wait, I gotta move from this snake. I ain't trying to get bit. Read.
God. And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand.
Now that was one miracle, and the Lord gave Moses a second miracle, man. Has anybody seen the movie 10 Commandments by Charleston Heston? You see that movie, right? What color was Moses by any chance in that movie? I'm gonna tell you. So you can't remember. Moses was white in that movie, man. He was white in that movie. Now let's read about Moses and compare it to the movie, The 10 Commandments by Charleston Heston. In the movie Charleston Heston, Moses was a Caucasian man. Now let's go to what the Bible says Moses would. The directors read this book and made a movie about Moses who's in this book, man. So let's see if that description of Moses in that movie is accurate. Read an ark.
Gone. And take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it.
So the Moses got that same rod, took it by the tail. We done?
And it became a rod in his hand.
And it became a walking stick again. We keep reading.
God, that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
And this was done why? So brothers will believe? Oh, brother, you can't just walk up to black men and go, listen, the Lord chose me. We had to see a miracle, man. And this was the miracle. They will see a staff turn to a snake and then turn to a staff again. That was the miracle, man. Read.
Hath appeared unto thee.
God.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him.
And the Lord gave him another miracle. Pay attention, man. The Lord gave Moses a different miracle, another miracle, man. The Lord said furthermore, meaning in addition to the rod turning into a snake, the Lord gave Moses a next miracle. Read.
God. Put now thine hand into thy bosom.
And the Lord told Moses to take your hand and to put it into your bosom, man. This would be his bosom right here. To put it into his garment, to put it into his cloak. That was a miracle. The Lord said, take your hand and put it into your bosom. Read.
God. And he put it, and he put his hand into his bosom.
And Moses did it. He put his hand into his bosom, like what I'm doing right now. Read.
And when he took it out.
And when he took it out, read.
Behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
And when he pulled it out, his hand was leprous as snow, man. What color is snow? Does anyone know? No one don't know what color snow is all of a sudden now. Because there you go, man. Give the brother a hand, man. Leprous is snow. So this is my question to you, brother. If the miracle was to turn Moses' hand white, what color is Moses' hand?
Then again, you could say that a white person could put their hands in their bosom and leprosy would turn it more white. So the white, the pigment, the blues, it's no, seriously.
We get this.
No,
sir.
The white people are not exactly, which is the same as black people are with colour, we are brown, white people are pink, if you like. So what I'm trying to illustrate is that if a pink hand goes into the bosom, when it comes out white as snow when it's leprous. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah. Well, don't swear. You're gonna get more scriptures to show you that Moses was actually a black man.
I'm not saying
we'll get there. But according to the Bible, Moses was a black man, and they don't show us this in the movies. They don't show us this in history. We even got pictures right here showing you the men of the Bible were black men right here. And what you see here is a priest. This is the image here. This is the image that he ain't touched yet. And this is the image that he's going to touch. And he's going to make it what? Leprous like snow. 1 second. Hold your point 1 second. So Moses was a black man according to the Bible. And he put his hand in his bosom and plucked it out and it became white. And it's funny that in the movie, they didn't show us this, man. In the pantomimes, they don't show us this, man. They don't show us this. In order for this miracle to take place, Moses had to be a different color, man. Opposite from white. But I'm gonna show you that's just one. I'm gonna show you that the men of the Bible, Moses was related to Christ. I'm gonna show you that he's black too. I'm gonna show you the angel black too. I'm gonna show you God himself is black too. We're gonna get to your point, man. Come on.
Not to digress from what you're trying to illustrate, but I'm saying, how does being black, knowing that you're black and that you relate to the genealogy of Christ, how does that boost your faith? What impact does that have on your faith?
Okay, so this is the thing. We've been told in Christianity that the Bible's for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, we know, according to the Bible, that the Lord chose one race of people. The Lord chose one race of people. Jesus Christ himself was of that race of people. As black people, we are from that race of people. But this is the problem, though. We feel that we're gangbangers. We feel that we're drug dealers. We don't know that Moses is the same race as us and Christ is the same race as us. So why do we think? We feel that white people are so prestige, are so lovely, are so nice. Why they're Moses? They're Jesus Christ. And we're nobody. And this is why a black man is secretly a black woman and throws her away because she's nobody. This is why a black man knives down somebody because he sees us as nobody. And if we knew that we were the people of the Bible, then maybe we have some confidence. Maybe we say, you know what? I can't have sex with a black woman and get rid of her. She's somebody. But society has told us that we're no one and that we're just drug dealers and we're nothing great but these people are something special, man. That's why we look up to them. We look up to them with so much prestige and hate our own, man. That's the reason why. Go on, you got another question?
White people do the same thing as well. White people all kinds of things. All race of people are all kinds of things. That's nothing to do with the colour of their skin. I
would suggest it's about the character that they hold within themselves. So what I'm trying to say to you, right, is irrespective of white churches or black churches trying to bring across this point. I've been to a church that said Jesus is white. It's just a unwritten set. Go
on.
Right, it's just something that you have an image of what's portrayed in the media, yeah.
So
and from that portrayal, you may have an idea.
So you ain't been to a church and seen this image?
There's no images in my church.
No, not in your church, but you ain't been to a church and seen this image.
No, what I'm trying to say.
No, it's like once again, you said no church, not what church say Christ is white. From I was growing up, I've seen this guy on the cross in my church. I've seen him on the windows, the mosaic windows in my church. So churches do say he's white.
No, but what I'm saying is they're not verbally saying it. They're making pictures which may give you the impression that he was white.
That's all we need. That's all we need. A picture is 1,000 words, bro. A picture is 1,000 words. So we don't need a pastor to say it. Growing up, the pantomimes, the Christmas movies, the cartoons, everyone said this is Christ. So whether you say it or not, we're growing up thinking, well, he's white.
Okay.
And at 1 second,
what I'm trying to say to you, right?
Come on.
What I'm trying to say to you is that the colour of a person's skin doesn't determine their actions. It does not. Yeah? Because white people, Indian people, Chinese people, black people are susceptible to doing good and to doing bad. The colour of their skin has got no, I will say it again, the colour of a person's skin has got no bearing on what a person does. Now, if you have a negative image about yourself, because what the media tell you, then I would say that you have.
I would say that you have self-worth issues and identity crisis problems. But not because you're black, because Christ, because of what's in your character. So what my question was to you was that how does knowing that you are black as a Christian or as a Hebrew, how does that build your faith? I would suggest that it doesn't, because just by knowing what colour you are has not an impact on how faithful or how good you are. Yeah. So the Bible says, have you read the text in you know the book of Timothy?
Yeah.
Sorry, Titus.
Go on, we begin to
read Titus 3. Tell me what it says.
We'll get there in a second. But
Okay.
I took a few points there. You said, how did knowing the men of the Bible are black change your life or make you a better person? I just answered that. So imagine we were told that a white man walked on water, and then we were told that a white man made the blind see. We were told as children that a white man freed Israel. We were told that a white man walked on water. Little did they tell us that a black man did it. So this gives our people confidence, and let our people know that, listen, we're somebody, we ain't the drug dealers. All we've been told is that we've been told the greatest thing that happened to black people was slavery, and we've done nothing since then. And when we tell our people are the people of the Bible, our people are the prophets, are the holy men, are the disciples, this gives our people confidence, man. So let me tell you, just 1 second, Christianity is the biggest hypnosis on our minds, and it makes us love people that look like this and hate ourselves, man. Let me tell you something. In Birmingham, there's a place called Aston. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm telling you how deep Christianity is. In Birmingham, there's a place called Aston. In Aston, there's a football field, a football team called Aston Villa. And do you know that Aston is a horrible place to live, man? It's a place where you can't walk at night because why your own brother will stab you or hurt you or harm you. And do you know, in that football ground in Aston Villa, every couple of months there's a football game, and white people walk around that same area that I gotta go home at a certain time. I gotta duck and dodge. I can't go under the underground to get robbed. White people walk around there carefree and enjoy the football game, buy hot dogs, have a wonderful time, and nobody bothers them. And you know why that is? Because we've been taught that we're nobody, but these white people don't touch them. They are this. They are this. Don't touch them. Leave them alone. Black people sell drugs to other black people. Now, if you want to make money, once again, if you want to make money, why would you sell drugs to black people? Once again, we ain't the ones with the money, but we've been programmed to sell drugs to these people and leave these people alone, harm them. Exactly, because once again, you're right, it is an identity crisis, and our identity has been stolen in this Bible. That's what I'm trying to show you. This right here is identity crisis, man. Someone has stolen our identity. And back to your question, how does this help? I'm teaching our people that identity now, so that they can hold themselves to a standard and say, hold on, I'm from the people of the prophets, man. I don't sell drugs. I don't have sex with black women. Black women are holy, come from the same line as me, come from the same line as Moses and Aaron. I can't have sex with them and dash them away. Identity is important, man. And we've been told, forget identity, you're a child of God. And the difference is this, the white man is a Christian, but he knows where he comes from. You ask a white man where you come from, he'll say England, he'll say France, he'll say Germany. Same with the Chinese, they don't say I'm Christian. You ask a black man where you come from, well, I'm African. The whole continent. You ask what's the point, brother? About that class teacher. I'll get your questions, trust me. You ask a black man where you come from, I'm a Christian. Christian is not an identity, man. That's a religion or ideology. You ask a black man where you come from, I'm from Africa. Africa's a big continent. You ask a white man where you come from, he don't say I'm from Europe. He said I'm from France, Germany. Some black people say I'm Afro-Caribbean. Afro's a hairstyle, man. How can you be both? You ask an American man, he say I'm African American, which is two continents. Identity is important, brother, man. I'm gonna show you. Let me get a few scriptures. I'm gonna show you how important it is, man. Give me 1 second. Sisha, get a question. Sorry, Sisha, the question.
How does your identity do anything for like this sort of thing? So I understand you said about it gives us confidence and we are somebody, and I do agree with you on that. But I just feel like, what does that do for me and my relationship with God? Because I can know who I am, and I do know who I am, and I believe that it's our heritage. I do understand all of that, but I mean, what does that do to me and my relationship with God?
Okay, so
know who I am.
As a black man, despite my native England man, we're the children according to the Bible, and we've been a Jew. We've been in this family. There's rules. In this family, it tells you what God to serve and what God not to serve, what days to celebrate, what days not to celebrate, what to eat and what not to eat. Now, when you come back to your heritage, you learn this, and therefore, we don't have to die. Listen, COVID-19 happened. Why? Because the Chinese people was eating bats. In our culture, our identity tells us not to eat bats. Therefore, we wouldn't have COVID-19. There wouldn't be a pandemic. This is how knowing our culture helps us. Black men wouldn't be number one in diabetes. Why? Because we know our culture, and our culture tells us not to eat pork. We wouldn't be number one in AIDS. How is it black people are 3% in the country, but number one in AIDS? Why wouldn't we have AIDS? Because we were following our culture, and our culture says what? Two men can't lie down together, man. Right. Who gets AIDS, man? Sinners get AIDS, man. From doing what? Sharing needles, drugs, two men lying down together. This is how our identity helps us, man. In our identity, our culture, this Bible right here, this is a book written for us, and it teaches us what to eat, who to have sex with, who not to have sex with, who to join. The fact that black people, we're on the bottom right now. Why? Because we're Christian. Good old Christians rape black people, man. Right. Good old Christians ripped a black woman's legs open and forced her to have sex with them, man. And that's why we're in the bottom today. That's why we're in the bottom. And the Somali man comes after us and grows better is higher in society. The Romanians come after us and better in society. Why? Because we want to be Christians. How do we come back to this? This Bible tells us don't join all nations, man. Black people are in the bottom. Why? Because we don't know our faith. We don't know our identity. And we're following everybody. The same people that ripped our legs open gave us Christianity. The same men that burned black people alive gave us that same faith that we're fighting for, man. And that's why we should follow. This Bible is our identity, and it makes us a better person. You follow this Bible, you follow your identity, come back to your heritage. There will be no AIDS, man. There will be no black on black crime. The Bible says to love your brother as you love yourself, man. And who is your brother, man? A fellow black man. All black people are brothers. Knife crime wouldn't exist. This is the remedy to black problems, man. There wouldn't be no single parent homes. Why? Because the Bible goes, love your brother as you love yourself. In the Bible, you can't have sex with a black woman, then dash her away, man. There will be no drug dealers. There will be no drug dealers. The Bible goes, I suffer not on which to live, man. Care homes, there will be no care homes, because the Bible goes, what? Honor your mother and your father, man. Knowing this makes you a better person. The sister said, how does knowing your heritage make you a better person? This is our heritage, and this makes us a better person, man. Someone give me Deuteronomy 28:1, 27:1 real quick. I'm gonna show you who the laws were written for. It weren't written. One second. This Bible weren't written for everybody. It was written for a selective nation, man. And we're gonna show who they are. Give me Deuteronomy 27:1. One second. Hold your peace, please. Hold your peace. Come on, man. I'm gonna get to you. Deuteronomy 27. Let me know when you're there, Vidar.
27:1.
Khan.
Book of Deuteronomy.
Nice and loud.
Chapter 7, verse 1. And Moses.
And who?
And Moses.
And Moses. So Moses is the man that gave the law. We also the movie, 10 Commandments. Let's see who Moses gave the law to, because Christians will say he gave it to the whole world. He gave it to everybody. Everyone's susceptible to do good and bad. Let's see who he gave it to. Read.
With the elders of Israel.
Who was Moses with?
With the elders of Israel.
Nah, man. So white people were there too, man. Who was Moses with?
The elders of Israel.
Nah, man. The Chinese man was there too. Who was Moses with?
The elders of Israel.
And Moses was with the elders of Israel, man. And what did Moses say to the elders of Israel? Read.
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
And Moses gave the Israelites the commandments, man. These are the commandments on what we can do, all do's and all don'ts, man. This right here is our heritage. And when we keep it, black man, it makes us a better person, man. You follow this Bible, there will be no single parent homes. There will be no black on black crime. There will be no, a black man thinking, I'm part of this gang, so I gotta hate this man. There will be none of that, man. And that's the problem. We don't know our heritage. We don't know the Jews are black. So we think we're Christian. And we think God loves everybody. And you know what black people do? We go, God loves everybody. So what do black people do? Help everybody. Meanwhile, no one's helping black people. President Putin is a Christian, man. President Putin is a Christian. He loves everybody. He dropping bombs on Ukraine.
That's right.
George Bush was a Christian, man. He was a Christian. When the 9/11 happened, did George Bush turn out the cheek? No, he never, man. But black people, we believe in this lie about Christianity, and that's why people harm black people, rob black people, put us in the ghettos, put us in council estates, put drugs in our neighborhood, and we say, oh, it don't matter, it doesn't matter if we're black. This happens to people. When black on black crime don't happen to people, happens to black people, man. Knife crime ain't for all people, it's for black people, man. Everybody ain't number one in single parent homes. Black people are, man. Everybody ain't crammed into council estates. Black people are, man. Race is important, man. Race is important. That's if it's not important, then why is only black people on the bottom? All over this globe is something called ghettos, man, and favelas and poverty, man. And guess what? Black people are in all of them. You go to the ghetto in Jamaica, black people are there. You go to the ghetto in Brazil, black people are there. Why? Because we're thinking, color don't matter. It's all coincidence, man. It's not, man. While we're thinking color don't matter, everyone else is joining together. Right. Somalian men employ Somalian men. I've yet to see a black man sweep the floor in an off license, man. I know many black Muslims. I've yet to see I've never seen an Asian Muslim go, yo, Muslim, my brother, man, come work in my off license. Come work in my petrol station. Because you know why? Because they are under the hypnosis that we're under. We think everyone's cool, man. Leave it, man. It don't matter who you are. Don't matter your faith is cool. Listen, the Christianity they teach you is what is different from theirs. The Islam they teach you is different from theirs. They give their own brother their sister to wife. They give their own brother a job in an off license and the petrol station, man. That's what they do, man. So knowing your nationality is important, man. Slaki, give me 1 second. All right, go back to where you was. Deuteronomy 27:1.
27.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel.
And that's what the Bible was written for. Moses was with the elders of Israel. Everybody didn't get these laws, man. Everyone wasn't given the law of thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not commit adultery. That was given to us. It was a law how we should deal with each other, man. How we should love our brothers, man. How we should love our own sisters and treat our brothers and not sell drugs to them. That's what the 10 Commandments was given for. I'm reading it right here. And if we kept these commandments, black man, Hispanic man, the ends will be paradise tomorrow, man. There's the ends in Leeds, what we call Highfields. Highfields will be paradise. When our brother wouldn't have to worry about, yo, what time is it? You know, I better catch taxi home, you know. It's crazy around here. Why? Because you would know that these brothers are keeping these commandments, man. Our sister would have to think about, is the right man for me? She would know he is, man. Why? Because these brothers will be keeping these commandments, man. And these commandments are written for us. Read.
The people saying, keep all the commandments.
And the Bible told us to keep all the commandments, man. All these rules. There's rules with being a black man. There's things that we can do and can't do. And the problem is we don't know our heritage, man. We don't know our heritage. That's why we're breaking these rules. We don't know these rules. That's why we're number one in AIDS. That's why we're number one in knife crime. That's why we're number one in diabetes, man. That's why we're number one in the graveyard. Anything bad, black men are number one in it. Why? Because we don't know these rules, man. This is our heritage, black man. That's why we need to know this, man. You speak to a black man about the Jews, they go, yeah, that's them people over there in Palestine. No, it's not, man. It's you, man. It's you, and there's rules with being black. We just read it, man. Drop that. Go back to where you were. So I can go to Miriam. Give me Numbers 12. Number 12 and 1. Real quick, man. We get another one. We get some questions. Hold your question. We're going to get to you. I just don't want to divert, okay? You're respectful and stuff, brother. It's cool. We're going to get them. All right, no, sir. I use this.
God, book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses.
So this is another incident. Another incident now. This is Miriam and Aaron. For anyone that knows the Bible, Moses had a heathen wife, a woman that wasn't from our nation, which is a sin according to the Bible. You know what I mean? But he got that heathen wife when he wasn't in the truth. He didn't know about God back then. So Moses and Aaron are speaking against him like, look at him, man. You know, maybe he's a heathen woman. The Bible goes, you can't have no heathen woman. Look at him as a heathen woman. What the hell is he doing, man? Speaking against a prophet of God, man. Keep it in.
God. Because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married.
And they were speaking against him because of that Ethiopian woman. So speak like, yo, look at his bounty, man. You can't have, what's he doing, man? How's he going to teach us not to have sex with the other nations? Meanwhile, he got one himself. So speaking against him, read.
God. For he had married an Ethiopian woman.
Read on.
And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses?
And they started to speak against Moses, man. Saying, who made Moses boss? The Lord don't only speak by Moses. They're basically saying, why does Moses think he's in charge? The Lord speaks to all of us, man. We're all in charge, man. I'm an Israelite too. I know my heritage too. The Lord don't just deal with you, man. Little did they know that the Lord only dealt with Moses, man. That the Lord's only dealing with the I.S.U.P.K today, man. That's what they didn't understand. Keep reading.
God. And the Lord heard it.
And the Lord heard it, man. The Lord heard his disrespect. We done?
God. Now the man Moses was very weak, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Keep reading.
And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam.
So the Lord spake to Aaron, Moses, Miriam, read.
God. Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation.
Come on.
And they three came out.
So the Lord called, Aaron and Miriam are speaking against Moses. The Lord called all three of them out. Aaron, Moses, which is his sister, and Aaron, which is his brother also. So come out to the tabernacle. We done?
God. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle.
Come on.
And called Aaron and Miriam.
And the Lord called Aaron and Miriam. Why? Because these were the two that were speaking against Moses, man. And this is what the Lord had to say to both of them, man. The Lord weren't happy. The Lord weren't happy how they were disrespecting his prophet, man. Right. Read.
God. And they both came forth.
And they both came forth. We done?
And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream.
Come on.
My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house.
Come on.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth.
So the Lord basically saying to them, listen, if there's a prophet among you, I will let myself known to him in a dream or a vision. But Moses now, man, me and Moses, we got a different relationship. I speak to him mouth to mouth. The Lord wanted us to have 10 commandments. The Lord told Moses the commandments mouth to mouth, face to face. All the other prophets in the Bible had a vision, had dark sayings, but Moses, the Lord spake mouth to mouth. So what the Lord's saying here is this: the Lord's saying, this is the man that I've chosen. I don't even speak to him in parables, I speak to him directly. And you man ain't afraid to chat to him any type of way. You man ain't afraid to talk to him, and you man are talking to him like he's nobody. This is the man that I talk to mouth to mouth. I don't even talk to him in dark sayings, man. Moses ain't any prophet. That's what the Lord's saying here. Read.
God. Even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
Come on.
And the similitude of the Lord shall be held. Wherefore then were ye not afraid?
And the Lord says, hold on, I speak to Moses plain as day, clear, man. And you ain't afraid to talk about this man. You ain't afraid to disrespect this man. We done?
God. To speak against my servant Moses.
Come on.
God. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them.
And the Lord got angry with them for speaking against his prophet, man. The anger was kindled against him. The Lord used the word kindle, because kindle is what you do to a fire, just to describe how angry he is, man. The same way you kindle a fire to keep it alight. This is how angry the Lord was because he spoke against Moses. Read.
And he departed.
And the Lord departed, read.
God. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
There you go, man. Miriam became leprous, white as snow, man.
Right.
So if Miriam became white, what color was she before, man? What color was Miriam before, man? She was white as snow. If she became white as snow, what color was she before? She could have been white, man.
Right.
She could have been white. Listen, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. The Bible goes, she was white as snow. But why couldn't she be black, brother? Why could no? I mean, come on. Wait, number one, sorry. First and foremost, put your hand up, man. Be respectful. Number two, we're gonna get. I told you I'm gonna get there. But number one, you keep saying she could have been pink. Why couldn't she be black? No, I'm saying, but I'm gonna show you why she could have been pink. I'm gonna show you why. But let me ask you a question. Why couldn't she be black, man?
I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying you're the one who's making the case.
I'm gonna show you that she's black, but I'm saying to you, why? I show you that someone good is black, and she can't be black. She could have been pink. What? You don't say she could have been black.
I didn't say she could have been black. I'm saying she could have been pink.
Why couldn't she be black?
She could have been.
I'm gonna show you that she's black.
I'm sure she
okay,
was.
Cool. I'm gonna show you then. No sweat. Keep it in.
God. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
And she was leprous, man. She's white, man. So okay, drop that. Give me Jeremiah 14:2 to show you that all the men of the Bible were black. The Jews were black according to the Bible. Every last one of them, dark-skinned. When you read it in the Hebrew, it's Kodar La Aratazar, which means dark-skinned, like the earth. No problem. But please, man, I'm gonna get to you. We're gonna dialogue. It's a class here right now. If you put your hand up, I'll get to you. But please don't shout. We'll get to you. No, I'll get to you. So hold your point. I'll write it down. I promise you, we'll get all your questions. We don't run here, man. We're good.
God, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
And the Bible goes, Judah mourneth, man. Judah mourneth. You know who Judah is? Judah is the fourth born son of a man called Jacob, man. That's where you get the word Jew from. The word Jew comes from a man called Judah. The Bible goes, Judah mourneth, meaning what the Jews are in mourning. This is a prophecy about the Jews, the real Jews in the Bible, man. Read it again from the top.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourning.
The Bible said Judah, the real Jews are in mourning, man. Let me tell you something. The so-called man that calls himself a Jew today, is he mourning? Does anyone know what it means to mourn? What does it mean to mourn?
It means to be sorrowful, grief.
And that man in Palestine right now, is he mourning?
There's Jews that are mourning, yes.
So let me ask you a question. Right about now, the Jewish man is fighting the Palestinians. Who's winning?
Everybody's mourning.
Right about now, the so-called Jewish man is fighting the Palestinians. Who is winning?
Everybody is an individual.
I'm asking the Jews as a whole are mourning. That so-called Jewish man in Palestine right now is dropping bombs and killing the Palestinians and stopping their food supply and starving them. Is he mourning?
The president, right?
The Jewish man, the so-called Jew. Are the Jews starving? Are the Palestinians starving? Are the Jews getting bombed? Are the Palestinians getting bombed? You don't know the Jews on the building. The Jews all like make the world. No, the Jews on the island of America, on England, they are the most powerful army on the face of the earth, man. Are they in one? That's a question, please ask me.
Individuals, though.
But I'm
saying that
the Bible says Judah. The Bible says God says Judah is mourning.
Listen, brother, you can't forget what I'm saying because I'm not forgetting what you're saying. So don't tell me.
As a whole, the Bible goes, Jews are in mourning. As a whole, are Jews in mourning? I don't know.
Possibly not.
You can't mourn when you didn't diss no Jews, didn't say F no Jews, to stole my money, and they blocked his Twitter account, man. The Queen gave him an MBE and took it back. You can't even speak bad against these people, man. You can't even speak bad against them. Kanye West said the Jews are black. Kanye West didn't say they ain't Jews. All they said was the Jews are black also, and they couldn't even say that, man. They blocked his bank account. There's no way they're in mourning, man. But I can tell you who's in mourning though. You know who's in mourning? That black woman with no man in the house. I can tell you who's in mourning. There are a million black people behind bars. I can tell you who's in mourning. All the black men in council estates. When we go to Jamaica, Brazil, every country in the UK, black men are on the bottom, man. The black men on the AIDS ward. The black people who came as the Windrush that got deported, man. Even though they built the country, they're in mourning though. I can tell you that. But once again, maybe those are the Jews. Maybe they're the Jews. The Bible, you know, hear me? In the Bible, it talks about individuals. It keeps saying individuals up. The Bible goes Judah, meaning as a whole. Who is mourning as a whole? Who's mourning as a whole? I'm asking you a question. Who's mourning as a whole? Brother, let me tell you something, man. I say this out of love as well. You're a Christian, and Christianity teaches black men to hate black men. Because, not be serious, I'm showing you the Bible, and all you can see, one second, I'm gonna get to your question. I'm a teacher here. 1 second. I'm gonna show you the Bible. All you can see is, right?
No.
Worry about everybody else's plight, and that's the problem, man. We're gonna get back to you, man. It's like we get back to you. I got class teach. We get to you, man. We don't know. We get back to you. We get back to you. We got class teach right now. I'm telling you who's mourning, and you're not being truthful. Come on.
Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish.
So the Bible goes, the real Jews are in mourning, and their gates languish. A gate is what? Protection, man. The real Jews ain't got no protection. Our gates, the gate to languish means to be weak or to fail. So the real Jews, their gates languish, it fails, man. We ain't got no protection. Mark Duggan's dead, and who protected Mark Duggan, man? The Metropolitan Police killed our brother, and nothing come out of it, man. No one went to jail. The policeman that killed him, so I'll do it again. This Jewish man, he got protection. So much protection, you can't even disagree. You can't say to him, I don't think you're a Jew. You can't say nothing. They call it anti-Semitism. Imagine this year, you can rap and say, yeah, I killed a nigga, gunshot, I get a record deal. You say kill a Jew, and they'll shut you down, man. That's anti-Semitism, anti-shut you right down. But you can say, black woman, twerk, man, get on the floor, do the splits, man, and you get a record deal, man. Ain't nobody gonna block your bank account. Ain't nobody gonna shut you down. Ain't nobody gonna say that's wrong. Ain't no one gonna say that's racist. But speak to a Jewish man. That's wrong, man. That's racist right there, man. We're the ones with no gates. We're the ones with no protection, man. We're the real Jews according to the Bible, man. We're the girl for the top up. Nice and strong. Ariella, focus up. Jeremiah 14:2 again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Come on.
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
And that's in the Bible, man. The Bible goes, the Jews are black. Listen, I read this in the Hebrew also, man. And the word there is Kodah, which means dark skin. The Jews are black. And Moses come from them same people, man. This answers your question. So Moses wasn't pink, that went pinker or whiter. Moses was a black man. If Moses was a Jew himself, and the Jews are black, then Moses was black too, man. No sweat, that's fine. I appreciate it. So that was when Moses' hand went in his bosom and it came out, it was black. It came out white.
How we know? No. I'm saying this. I actually agree with that Moses and the genealogy of Christ is black. However, I'm not trying to push the black issue. Yeah, you are. Okay. So what I'm trying to say to the overriding question was, how does being black, yeah, how does that affect your relationship with God? Just like Sister says, yeah, and what the Bible is all about overcoming sin. Yeah? That's what the Bible, as a whole, the problem, the reason why Jesus came and why the Bible is here. It's to overcome sin, yeah. So you're saying that Jesus only came for black people. So no. The thing is, in the New Testament, right? So the New Testament says when Paul preached, right, he was preaching to who? The Gentiles. The Gentiles is the whole world, not just the Jews. Yeah. So therefore, the dispensation of the gospel in the Old Testament is different than the dispensation in the New Testament. Dispensation meaning time, yeah? Now, the gospel was only for they didn't even call them Jews, they called them the people of the way, yeah, in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, whether they're called Christians, Messianic Jews, Israelites, doesn't matter. It's for the whole world. Now, if you're saying that God, Jesus only died for black people, then you're being racist, basically. Because you're saying that Jesus' blood was enough to cover the Indian man, the white man, and the Irish man, and the Chinese man. And why would Jesus only come for a portion of other people? That makes no sense to that makes no sense to just one thing. Titus 3. You believe in the New Testament?
I'm teaching the class here.
No.
You ask a question. I've got a question. You ask a question. You said, why would Christ die for a certain amount of people? You said the New Testament is written for everybody and the Old Testament for the Jews. You give me Matthew 5:17, Baba Kishar. Let's get Christ's words. I'm gonna get to my class. I'm gonna get your questions. We get one question at a time. Let me see you Christ. You said, why would Christ only come for his own race of people? And if Christ did that, that would be racist. Well, let's read what Christ said. You got that, yeah?
Matthew
5:17.
the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not.
No, Matthew 10 and 5, Slack here. 10 and 5, Slack here.
The book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 5.
New Testament, read.
These 12 Jesus sent forth.
These 12, Christ's 12 disciples, Christ's 12 men, he sent them forth to do what? Teach? Read.
And commanded them, saying.
And Christ commanded them, saying, command is a commandment, a strict military order, a do and a don't. Christ gave his men strict do's and don'ts, gave them commandments. Read.
Go not into the ways of the Gentiles.
What did Christ say?
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
And Christ told his men, don't go out there and teach the Gentiles, man. Christ said, don't go into the way of the Gentiles. Read.
And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
And Christ said, don't go into any city of the Samaritans. Read.
But go rather.
But go who what?
But go rather.
But Christ said, I'd rather you go, read.
To the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And Christ told his men to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Christ said that. That's Christ's words right there. Christ said, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And who are the lost sheep of the house of Israel? We are, man. We're the ones that are lost. We're the ones that got a white man's surname for our surname. We're the ones that think we come from Jamaica. We think we come from Africa. We're the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Christ said that out of his own words in the New Testament, man. That's who the Bible's written for. That's who Christ came for. And let me tell you, this Bible is not a religious book, man. It's not. It's a history book about certain people, their God, how it came, their dress code. It's a history book, just like the American Constitution is for Americans. The Bible is our history book. So it's a history written about us. You go to the library and pull up history about the Chinese. It's about the Chinese, about their presidents, about their dynasties, about their great wars. And the Bible's ours, man. When did it change? Tell me, when did it change, man? John 57. John 3:16, when it said God so loved the world has 16 definitions, man. The word world does not mean the whole entire planet, man. The word world means society. Have you ever heard of a third world country? Have you ever heard of a third world country? Have you ever heard of a third world country?
Jesus died.
What language was the New Testament written in?
Jesus died for the world.
I'm explaining to you.
Answer your question.
Jesus died for the world. You said so.
No, not because I said.
What language was the New Testament written in?
Right.
The word world means society.
Not in that context.
This day, you call it the sea world. We call it the old world, new world, the world is society.
Listen,
Listen to this. Listen to this. Let the Bible speak. Let the Bible speak.
The person who's reading is misread. Wait. I'm no disrespect. No, you need to hear this. No, you.
Come on, be respectful. I hear you, so can you be quiet? Can you be quiet for a second? I'm gonna get to your question. I ain't coming to argue. I'm gonna get your question. But I'm teaching the class and you're talking over me. You got scriptures and speaking trying to teach the class. I'm in charge today. I'm in charge here right now. I will get to you. I will let you speak up. I will get to you. Please, Shemai, for a second. Now, you said the word world means the entire planet. In the Greek, it does not mean the entire planet, man. Give me what you got, Baba Kishar.
Gone. Book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
And this is Christ's men after Christ died, and they're still doing the mission that Christ taught them. And they said, what? We ought to obey God rather than man. Read.
God. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua.
Say it verbatim, please. How you see it?
The God of our fathers raised up Jesus.
And the God of our fathers, possessive pronoun, didn't say everybody. Everyone ain't the son of Jacob. Everyone ain't the son of Isaac. The Jews are the son of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the God of our fathers, possessive pronoun, meaning what? The men around him had the same fathers as him. The people he was talking to, the people in that church, the people around at the time with the same bloodline as him. If I said to my brother, listen, our father says go get some milk and bread, he's our father. The people he's speaking to are the men just like him. So the God of our father, not the Chinese man's God, not the Arab man's God, the God of our fathers. Read, come on, focus up.
God. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus.
And the God of our fathers raised up Jesus, man. Christ didn't come for everybody. It's for our fathers, but read on.
Whom ye slew and hanged on a tree.
And they crucified Christ and hung him on a tree. Read on.
Him hath God exalted.
And him God exalted, man. God gave him power, man. Read.
With his right hand. To be a prince and a savior.
To be a what?
To be a prince and a savior.
And Christ is a savior, man. Christians love that word, savior. Come to save it from our sins, man. Who's Christ savior for?
Read. For him to Israel.
To who?
To Israel.
Who is Christ a savior for?
To Israel.
Who is Christ a savior for?
To Israel.
Come on, read it, Israel. And Christ is the savior and to be given us sins to Israel, not the world. I'm gonna talk through it. I promise you we get to it. I'm not leave hanging. We're gonna get some food out as well. We love it. We've got difference in opinion, but trust me, no beef. And we're gonna get it, man. You share the food out, yeah? All right, no sweat. Go to where you want, Ariana. Go back to Judah morning, Jeremiah 17:2. Sorry, 14:2, Baba Kushar.
God, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languid.
Come on.
They are blackened to the ground.
They are black unto the ground. Let me say something, man. This right here is a book that I didn't write, man. It's called the Russian Icons, man. I told you that brothers with engraves, man. Drawing pictures on the wall. It's a book. It's a white man's book. And in this book, it shows you all the men in the Bible were black, man. Right. Angels are black. Prophets are black. Everyone in this book, listen, we can show you that in this Bible, everyone was black, man. And somebody said, no, I'm going to make him white. And I'm racist for saying that. I'm racist for saying that they're black. Who made him white? That's racist, man. Right. Who drew this? Whoever drew this and put it all over the globe, he's racist, man. Right. The Bible says, history says the Jews are black. And the man that put this, he is racist, man. You know why, black man? Because he got us right. He wants us right. No offense to you, bro, but he wants us to be like you, man. To say, oh, color don't matter, man. It don't matter what color we are. You know, it don't matter. Color matters, man. Color matters, man. Color matters so much. Color matters so much that a man said, yo, we can't tell black man Christ is black. Tell him he's white, man. Color matters so much that a white man said, we can't tell black people that a black man walked on water. Let's tell them that a white man walked on water, man. We can't tell black people that a black man made the blind see. Let's tell them that white man made the blind see. That's how important color is, man. Don't tell me color is important. This right here is the image of Christ. If this didn't matter about your faith, and it don't matter what faith you are, if you're a good person, blah, blah. If it didn't matter so much, then why would someone change it, man? It mattered to somebody. Someone thought that it mattered so much, I gotta change it. You saying that it don't matter what faith you are, and as long as you're a nice person, your color don't mean something. That's what you're saying. But somebody else thinks different. And somebody, it meant so much to somebody that they were off at the globe and changed it, man. You go to China, Christ is white. You go to Egypt, Christ is white. You go to India, Christ is white. So it mattered to somebody. So while we're out there saying it don't matter, and we say it don't matter while we're living in the ghettos, while we're living in the ends. And meanwhile, the man that changed it benefits, man. Everyone loves him. Everyone thinks he's Christ. It matters so much that black people even say, well, it could have been pink. You know, Christ could have, you know, maybe it was pink and it went in the garment and turned out white. That's how much it matters, man. That's how much, they changed it so much that we love them and fight for them and care for them so much, man. Meanwhile, no one's fighting for us, man. Right.
Okay, you made personal, right? No, you just made,
What is a class? I'm asking questions and I'll get to you, but it's a class. It's not a dialogue and back and forth battle. It is a class. I promise you, when you put your hand up, I will give you the floor and we go back and forth. It's not a dialogue. It's not a dialogue and a free for all. It is a classroom. and I'm teaching at the moment, but I promise I will let you speak. I got what, 50 minutes left? Promise you. We don't in the UPK. We don't run. We don't run. You know what I mean? Just men studied and trained in this Bible. I'll answer every question you got. Drop that. Give me Acts 13:1, Baba Kashar. All right, but if you could, get me the definition of nigger in the Wikipedia as well.
Go on, the book of Acts, chapter 13, and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch.
So this is the New Testament again? New Testament again, and you never listen. Why ain't this ever taught to us, man? How is it we go in church for 30 years, 50 years, 60 years? Why is this ever on TV, man? Why? Come on, listen, this is not by coincidence, done on purpose, man. This is the New Testament, and it said it was at the church in Antioch. A church is a school, man. A church is what? A temple with a steeple on there. In the Bible, a church is a gathering of brothers, man. Christ is what? Where two or more are gathered. I am there also. A church is a gathering of Israelites. When you look it up in the Bible dictionary, man. And it was a gathering of brothers in Antioch. Antioch is a place named after Antiochus Epiphanes, which is a Greek. As you know, these white men, they conquer lands and they change the names of the lands. Just like America, named after Amerigo Vespucci. That's what they do. They've been doing it from the beginning of time. And these men was at Antioch. It was in a church at Antioch, like the UPK. We got UPK in New York, UPK in Birmingham, UPK in Leicester. At this time, Paul had brothers in Antioch. Read.
Go.
Sorry, you got a question? Go on.
I just want to say, I would see this right. We had a session yesterday marching from Victoria Park down into the town with the cross and everything. So I want to know if we are doing wrong or right. But I know that we were worshiping God yesterday by marching, because we call it Good Friday, that's the time he was crucified on the cross. So I just want to find out if we are doing wrong.
All right, so I'll break it down for you. I'll break it down as well. Good Friday in the Bible, and Good Friday is nowhere in the Bible, Salakia, but we're going to get there as well. But where was your Salakia? Go on, Ariella.
Go on, the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
And Barnabas and Simeon? You know what Barnabas and Simeon is? Men that learned under Christ, man. Christ is understudies, man. Men that sat down with him. Barnabas and Simeon. Simeon is Simon. Simon Peter. Christ is second in command. These men was at the church also, man. Read.
That was called Niger.
And they were called what?
Niger.
So hold on, these prophets, these teachers, Barnabas and Simeon, they was called what? One more time.
Niger.
And these men were called Niger. Niger, man. Niger, man. Someone get me the definition of the word Niger. Get me that right, Arban.
Etymology of the word
is traced to Latin. Adjective.
Of what? What's the origin of what word?
Niger.
No, what word are we researching here?
So it says
Nigger. Spell that word for me, nigger.
Nigger.
So this is the word nigger, man, which is an offensive term if you're not black. You know, I'm going to find out what the word nigger means and where it even comes from too, man. Read that for me, Baba Kashar.
Nigger is a racial slur in American English.
And it's a racial slur in American English. Give me the etymology.
Etymology of the word is traced to the Latin adjective niger.
From where?
To the Latin adjective niger.
So the word nigger means black, and it comes from the Latin word niger, man.
Right.
And what were the disciples called? Read it again.
As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
They were called Niger, and Niger means black in Greek, man, and that's where you get the word nigger from. These disciples, these prophets, these men of God were called Niger, man. They were called black. Every last one of them was black. Right. And why haven't no one spoken about this? Why is this hidden from us, man? Give me the 16 chat. Give me the Last Supper picture, man. Give me the picture of the Last Supper. This is a book here, man, by Leonardo da Vinci. Let me get the image real quick, man. Salakia. If you could, Dango Bar, give me the image of the Last Supper. Let me get it. Page 1. You mean tell me the men of the Bible were called black? People looked at them and called them black, and they called them Niger, just like how they call us Negro today, just like how they call us nigger today. So why is it on the church wall we see 12, 13 white people sitting down on the table having a Last Supper, man? When the Bible goes, the disciples were called black, none of them was white. Someone changed that image, man, and that's what you call racism, man. The Last Supper was the last time Christ ate with his disciples. The Last Supper is actually the Passover, which is a feast day in the Bible, man, which we shall be celebrating in April 2, man. And his disciples were keeping that commandment, where the Bible goes, you must keep this, the Passover every year. And they were sitting down, keeping that feast. And all the men were black. It was 13 black men sitting down, eating the lamb and unleavened bread, man. Eating the lamb and unleavened bread. And they said, no, white men. The men of the Bible were Niger, man. Call it in the Bible. Call it in the Bible. Nobody teaches that. God forbid we find that a little Jews and we move down. God forbid we find that a little Jews and start killing each other, man. That's what they don't want. Do you know every black man the prison there will be no one to work in the prison, man. Judges wouldn't get paid no more. Prison wardens wouldn't get paid no more. Drug workers won't get paid no more, man. Prison guards won't get paid no more, man. And that's why black men, they take that away from you. Because they want to get paid. They want to get paid, man. God forbid a black man goes, I'm not going to use a black woman for sex. I'm going to look after him, man. Then child support wouldn't get paid no more, man. Child services wouldn't get paid no more, man. And that's why they need you in the bottom, black man, so they can make money. They need you in the bottom so that their society can thrive, man. God forbid a black man found out who he was and started to have some respect for himself, man. And think differently and say, you know what, that black man's a black man like me. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to harm him because he got a red rag and I got a blue rag, man. And that's why they changed it, man. That's why they changed it. We're talking about, well, what was your nationality? What importance is that, man? They think it's important. They think it's so important. They go, yo, we got to take his identity, man, because, boy, we can make money off it, man. It's important to them. It's so important it funds the economy. It's so important it funds the world. It's so important that the white man's rich and you're poor. It's so important that every nation sits on top of you. Every 10 years, a new nation comes in our community and takes over. It's so important that the Somali man come after us, doing better than us. The Chinese come after us, doing better than us. The Indian man come after us, doing better than us. That's how important it is, man. We are the Jews according to the Bible. The Bible goes, the Jews were called Niger, which is a Latin word, which means black. The same word where you get the word nigger from, man. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
God, the book of Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets. Prophets,
man. A prophet is a man ordained from God, man, to tell the future, man, to warn people of the danger that God's bringing, man, to break down the Bible. That is a prophet of God, man. Read. And teachers, man, a man that's ordained from God to teach the Bible. Make no mistake, we ain't talking about anybody. We're talking about the prophets of God, the teachers of the Bible. Read.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
And the Bible even names some of them prophets and some of them teachers. And he names like Barnabas and Simeon. These were anybody. These were men ordained from Christ, man, that sat down with Christ. Men that were fishermen. Men that were poor and in the ghettos who Christ chose them and said, yo, roll with me, man. And taught them, man, for all the years before he died, man. These men Christ taught, man, and Christ raised them up and gave them all knowledge, man, and all power, man. Read.
That was called Niger.
And these men were called Niger. They were called black. And guess what? If the Jews are black, wasn't Christ a Jew? Right. Then what color would that make Christ then, man? Right. If the Jews are black, wasn't Moses a Jew? Wouldn't that make Moses black too? So Moses put his hand in his garment. This was a pink hand. Right. This was a black hand in there, man. If Miriam turned leprous, she wasn't pink and went to white. She was a black woman that went white, man. And that's what I'm trying to show you, brother, man. These are black men according to the Bible, and you know, it matters to somebody. So what? It matters so much that they ain't teaching us this in Sunday school, man. It beats me how I went to Sunday school and they banged the tambourine and danced and sung for so long. I didn't think to open his Bible, man. It matters so much that I saw the whole 2 hours of Passion of Christ, man. No one mentioned this to me. Right. I saw Charleston Heston, who's a white man, in the 10 Commandments, man, and no one said, yo, no one did this scene here. Man, someone took that out for a reason. Come again? I'm telling you what it matters.
The context of somebody's character is not determined by the color of their skin. Okay. Yeah? So a white man can be good, he can be bad. A black man can be good, he can be bad. An Indian man can be good, he can be bad. A Chinese man can be good, he can be bad. It's not because of the color of their skin. It's what's in their heart. So I'm saying to people, right? What does it really matter?
I didn't say anything about China. I said that we're the real Jews, and because we don't know who we are, that's why we're on the bottom. I said I'll call a matter to somebody. That's why they took it away. I said nothing about Indian people being evil. I said nothing about Chinese man being. I said nothing. I didn't say nothing about white people being evil. No, what we're the real Jews, and because we don't know who we are, and because our heritage tells us how to act, how to conduct ourselves. Because we don't know who we are, that's why we're on the button. See now, brother, you got that spell I was talking about. I didn't mention white people, and here it is. You came to the rescue of white people. I didn't even mention it. I didn't mention it.
No, you're just talking about Jewish people. Well, you can't talk black people.
You can't.
Why is well-being is you can't even say black people. You can't even say black people. If a white person says you watch how quickly they're
and nobody went to jail. Mark Duggan is dead, and the policeman that killed him, so I'll do it again. So you can insult black people, man. Black people call themselves, they call black people nigger on the news and nigger this, nigger that. They pause the mic. Shut up, so you have to.
No, hold on. No, there's nothing.
It's not open discussion, okay? You have to control your peace, yeah? Hold your peace, or we have to get you out. So lock, yeah, hold your peace. It's not open discussion. The class right here, you can ask you questions, but did not take over the class, Ark. Do not take over the class. That's fine. That's fine. Then someone get him out, Baba Kushar. You're a Christian, Ark, and you love white people. I didn't even mention white people. Leave the class, man. Someone escort him out, Ark. This is not open discussion. No sweat. No sweat. Read where you are, Baba Kushar.
Chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
There you go. That was certain prophets like Barnabas and Simeon. Read.
That was called Niger.
And these men were called black. Drop that. Give me Daniel 10 and 5. Book of Daniel 10 and 5. So we know the Jews are black. We established that over and over again. So if Christ was a Jew, then Christ must have been black too, man. So let's see, according to the Bible, if Christ looked like this. Let's see if Christ looked like this image here, or what I'm about to read in the Bible, man. This is Daniel, another prophet of God. He's going to explain how Jesus Christ, really looked like. We're going to get that right now. Let me know when you get up. Daniel 10 and 5, read.
Father God, the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
So Daniel's seen a vision here. He's seen a vision. Remember in Numbers, when the Lord said he speaks to man in what a vision. Daniel's getting a prophet right now, getting a vision. And Daniel lifted up his eyes and he saw a man clothed in linen, man. This is how we dressed once upon a time. Linen is fine, expensive material. And Daniel is about to explain that he saw Jesus Christ in fine linen. Read.
Whose loins were girded with fine gold and Uphaz.
And Christ had a belt around his waist that was a fine gold of Uphaz, man. According to Christianity, they say, what, you can't have gold? You can't have gold. But Jesus Christ had a gold belt around his waist. You can have gold, man. Right. When the Bible talks about gold in the New Testament, it's talking about, worshiping gold or gold being your all in all. It's not talking about you can't have gold. We had gold in the Bible. We had gold earrings, gold chains. We got gold on right now, man. And Jesus Christ had a glorious golden war belt around his waist. We done?
His body was like the beryl.
And his body was like the beryl. Beryl is a green, meaning Christ had a green garment on. Look at this man right here, man. This man got what? A Roman clothing on? He got Roman clothing. Do history on the Hebrews, man. Hebrews didn't dress like this. Right. Our forefathers didn't dress like this. This is what you call a Roman toga. We didn't dress like this. The Romans crucified Christ. Why would Christ have on Roman clothing when it was the Romans that crucified him? It was the Romans that put a purple garment on him and put thorns upon his head. Why would Christ be dressed like a Roman, man? So number one, Christ had a garment on that, how we dress, man. You come to a Passover, you still see these glorious garments, man. So many brothers are wearing them right now. Christ didn't dress like this. Read.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
And Christ had a face, the appearance of lightning. Meaning what? Christ had a rough face, a stern face, man. Christ was that man you see, you know that man you see in the Christian church about, oh, God's all love. Look at this man here, looking all soft and nice and looking all lovely. Christ weren't like that, man. Christ was rough. Christ was a stern face, man. And that's why they killed him. Why? Because Christ couldn't bend. You couldn't buy him off, man. They wanted to kill Christ and try to pay him off, and he wasn't having it, man. Christ went into the temple and brothers were trying to rob brothers, and Christ flipped the table over. That ain't a man all loving. That's a man who's serious about his business, man. That's a masculine man right there, man. Christ had a rough face on, not like this man right here. Read. Once again. Shalom. And let me tell you something also, man. In here, we follow orders, man. And we're not going to stand for no Christian bullshit up in here, man. In here, you sit down and you raise your hand and you wait till you're spoken to, man. You wouldn't go to no Christian church and TJ church and talking nonsense, man. All that pedophilia in the Christian church and no one says nothing, man. All the child molestation in the Christian church and no one says nothing, man. So how are you going to come in here and try to disrupt us, man? Listen, when you come in here, listen, you put your hand up and we'll get to you when we get to you, man. You don't come in here and disrespect and disrupt and try to scream over people, man. How is it people been molested in the Christian church for hundreds of years, man, and everyone kept their mouth shut, man? So likewise, when you come in here, you show respect, man, else we will throw you out, man. Just like that Christian earlier, we had to get him out, man. So lucky in here, you follow orders. This is a class, and if you have questions, we'll answer your questions respectfully, man. You don't come in here and shout out and speak out, man, and do what you want to do, man. So luck you up, read that up. Read that up, so luck here. 1 second, sis.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
And his eyes have lamps of fire, meaning what? The whites in Christ's eyes were red. When you read the Bible, Christ drank wine. And when you drink wine, the whites of your eyes get red, man. That's what the Bible describes his eyes as lamps of fire. Read.
And his arms and his feet.
And his arms and his what?
His arms and his feet.
Read that one more time.
And his arms and his feet.
And his arms. This is your arm right here, man. And his feet. Read.
Like in color.
Like in what?
Like in color.
Like in color. We're not talking about texture. We're not talking about how it felt. We're talking about color, man. Make no mistake. We're making it clear that Christ's arms and his feet was like the color. Read.
Polished brass.
What color?
To polish brass.
To polish brass, man. What color is brass? Anyone know? Anyone know what color polished brass is? I'll help you out, man. Brass is brown, man. Christ's arms and his feet was brown. And if his arms and his feet was brown, that means his face was brown. This man ain't brown. This is a white man right here. This is a Caucasian man right here. This is a European man right here, man. He ain't brown. Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, was brown, was a black man, man. This is brass. And what penny? This penny right here is brass. What color is this penny, man? It's brown. And if Christ's arms and his feet was brown, that means his midsection was brown, man. That means his torso was brown, which also means his face was brown, making Christ what? A black man according to the Bible, man. Read that one more time, man.
God. And his eyes as lamps of fire. And his arms and his feet like in color to polish brass.
And his arms and his feet was like in color to polish brass. Jesus Christ, the greatest Jew, the greatest man to ever walk on the face of earth, was a black man like you, man. Was a black man like you, man. A black man walked on water, man. A black man made the blind see, man. He's your family. He's your great relative, man. We are not African according to popular belief, man. We don't come from Ethiopia. We're not what do you call it? What's I want to call it? Asiatic black man. We're the Jews according to the Bible. Christ was the same lineage and the same family as us, man. And he came only to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Christ, unlike that Christian earlier, Christ loved black people, man. He loved us so much, he gave his life for black people. He came, lived, and died to fix black people, man. And he died to give black people a second chance. All the other nations, Christianity tells you to love everybody. Christianity tells you to love everybody. And guess what? If you love everybody, if you love all people, there ain't black people also. It's funny how Christians say, I love all people. But if you love all people, then black people are people also, man. And it's funny because he claims he loves all people. Meanwhile, he don't love black people, man. Meanwhile, when I say Moses was black, well, he could have been white. I thought he loved all people, man. Why can't Moses be black too, man? But I say black people and drugs. Well, you know, not only. I thought he loved all people. Black people are people too. The Christians, they say, well, you know, we're Christian, we love all people. So why do you deport black people, man? Why do your police kill black people, man? Why do you deport the Windrush, who's mainly black people, man? Why is black people crammed into council estates? How come black people have to march for equal? Why do black people have to walk around saying all lives matter, man? Because all lives don't matter. All lives don't matter so much. I gotta prove to you that black lives matter, man. I gotta prove to you that black lives matter. Why? Because you're going down black people. You're deporting black people so much. I gotta prove to you that my life matters. I gotta prove to you that I'm somebody, man. Meanwhile, you're telling me I love all people. You know, everyone matters, man. But meanwhile, black people's dying. I don't see everyone dying. I don't see everyone being harmed, everyone being hurt, man. I see the East Indian man come here, man. He's a Muslim and put mosques everywhere. Man. He's flourishing. Meanwhile, black people who fought in World War I, fought in World War II, joined the Christian church, served your God and fought for your country. You deport them, man. I don't see everyone suffering, but I see black people do. Drop that, man. Give me Revelation 1:1.
God, with Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Read that again from the top. Revelation 1:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
And the revelation of Jesus Christ, the word revelation means to reveal or to make known. John is seeing another prophecy, another vision, and he's going to make known how Christ looked like. To reveal something means you shed light to something that's hidden. And John is shedding light to something that's hidden. That's what it means to reveal. He's about to shed light on how Christ looked like, how Jesus Christ looked like. And we're going to find out that Christ isn't this man right here, man. This is not Jesus, man. They've put this picture everywhere, and black people think we've been lied to for 600 years, man. We've been lied to, man. We're going to show what the Bible says, what Christ looked like. Read on up.
God, to show unto his servants things which will shortly come to pass.
Come on, skip me down.
And he sent and signified it by his angels unto his servant John.
All right, give me verse 10, Baba Kushar.
God, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice.
So John is in the spirit on the Lord's day, meaning what? Christ ain't actually there. John's seeing a vision right now, and he's hearing the voice of Christ. He's hearing Christ speaking to him. Read.
As of a trumpet.
And he heard Christ's voice loud like a trumpet, man. Loud like a trumpet. Like I said before, religions teach that you gotta be soft. Religions teach that you gotta be loved. To be a man of God, you gotta have a smooth face and be loving and be kind and soft and speak like a homosexual, man. Right. When the Bible goes, Christ had a loud voice like how I'm speaking right now, a loud voice like a trumpet, man. A trumpet ain't a soft instrument, man. Right. A trumpet ain't a nice soft instrument. It's a strong, loud, powerful instrument, man. And that's how Christ spoke. Read.
God, saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
Come on.
The first and the last.
Come on.
And what thou seest.
Like, what thou what?
What thou seest.
What thou what?
What thou seest.
And Christ told him what you see with your eyes. Read.
Write in a book.
And he said, what you see, write it in a book, man. And we're reading from that book what John saw. This is a book of what John saw. It's called the book of Revelations, man. Read.
And send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia.
Right. Sit down, read verse 13.
God. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
And Jesus Christ had a garment on, a long garment down to the foot, man. A long garment down to the foot, long like a trench coat, man, or a long poncho, man. So only way I can explain it in today's terms, had a long garment down to his foot. That's how long it was. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And his garment had a gold belt around it, man. That belt is to stop you from being thrust through with the sword, stop you from being stabbed with the sword, man. It's like your modern day bulletproof vest. That's what it'll be. And Christ was made out of solid gold, man. Your girdle also holds your garment together. It's like a belt that holds your garment together, man. That's what Christ had on him. A golden girdle around his waist. Read.
God. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
And his head and his hairs were white like wool. White and woolly, man. White and woolly. Let me ask you something. What race of people on the face of the earth have woolly textured hair, man? Everyone want to give it a shot? Who has white, who has woolly hair on the face of the earth? What nation of people has woolly textured hair, man? Does this man right here have woolly hair? To comb woolly hair, you need an afro comb, man. You need an afro pick, man. Right. You know what I mean? To woolly hair is like, wool is what sheep have. Right. This man don't have woolly textured hair. That's right. Someone, the Bible is giving a different description from what we see right here, man. Someone has told lies in the Bible. This right here is what is identity theft, man. This is fraud right here, man. This man can't be Jesus Christ. Why? Because first and foremost, Christ had woolly textured hair, man. His hair was white and his hair was woolly. This man don't have white hair. This man don't have woolly hair, man. So what image is this? This is a lie. This ain't Jesus Christ. Brother, did any of you brothers go to church before? You've been to church before, brother? At the back. You've been to church before growing up? Yeah. You've been to church before growing up. And who's this from what church told you? Allegedly. But according to the Bible, read that again.
God. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So number one, Christ had white hair. Did this man have white hair? This man have white hair? His hair's brown? And the Bible, Christ had woolly as well. This man don't have woolly textured hair. Same brother at the back. What color people have woolly textured hair? Why are you holding that? I'm showing you that this is the image. This man here holds Jesus Christ according to the Bible, but the Bible that we read says this ain't him. No, I'm talking this right here. Christ had woolly textured hair. This man does not have woolly textured hair, man. This right here is an imposter, man. Identity theft, fraud right here, man. We done?
God. As white as snow.
As white as snow. Christ's hair was white and woolly, man. A full head of gray hairs. We done?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
The same thing that we read in Daniel's. His eyes were as a flame of fire. Why? Because Christ drank wine. That's prophesied in the Bible, man. That his eyes would be red with wine. According to the Bible, you can drink wine. It's not a sin to drink wine. It's a sin to be a drunkard. But you can drink wine. The Catholic Church talk about, you can't drink wine, and they call it about the devil's nectar. According to the Bible, you can drink wine. Christ's first miracle was turning water into wine, man. Right. We done.
God. And his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet was what?
Feet like unto fine brass.
So John looked down at Christ's feet. Remember, Christ was wearing sandals, man. And he saw his feet, and his feet was like fine brass. And what color is brass? Brass is brown, man. Jesus Christ, his feet was brown. If your feet is brown, that means your ankles are brown. That means your shins are brown, your knees are brown, your midsection is brown. That means his face was brown, man. And guess what? The Bible goes further. It don't stop there. It lets you know how brown it was, man. It lets you know the exact complexion of how brown Christ was. Read.
As if they burn in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burn in a furnace.
Let me ask you a question, man. If you burn anything, what color is it, man? Anybody? You burn light, what color would it be, man? Sis? It'd be dark or black. Or black. The Bible of Christ was so dark, it's like he burnt in the face. Christ was a dark-skinned black man. Black people come in all shades of brown, but Christ was a dark-skinned black man. This man ain't even close. This man ain't Jesus Christ. This is the imposter in the Bible, man. And they changed the image of Christ. Why? So we can be Christian, man. So we can love people that look like that and hate our own people. The Bible says Christ was a black man. All throughout the Bible, color is in the Bible, but they don't ever show us this, man. We're never taught this from the day we're born, man. Keep reading up.
God. And his voice has the sound of many waters.
Come on.
And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp. All
right, no sweat. So drop that. Give me Acts 21 and about 36.
The book of Acts, chapter 21, verse 36. For the multitude of the people followed after crying.
Were you at Acts 31 and 36, yeah?
21, you said.
Yeah, no, so let me get there with you real quick. 2 seconds. Let me get there with you 2 seconds up. 21 and the 21, 36, I said, yeah? Yeah, go on, 36, that's what I want.
God, the book of Acts, chapter 21, verse 36. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with him.
So this is Paul. Paul was one of the men that came after Christ, man, that was under the 12 disciples. And Paul's mission was to go out there and teach the Gentiles, man. Now, Gentiles is not talking about all other nations in the New Testament. Gentiles are talking about the brothers that are Jews that grew up in other lands, man. Right. Like today, you got black people, we're all black. You got one black man that grew up in Jamaica, one that grew up in the UK. We see each other as different, but we got the same blood running through our veins. Jamaican men come to UK and call us what? British boys, man. Them British boy there, man. Right. And you got British man talking about, I can't stand them yardies, man. They're both the same. So you had brothers in the New Testament that grew up in places like Rome, Ephesus, Ephesia, and you have brothers that grew up in Jerusalem, and the brothers in Jerusalem called them Gentiles. Why? Because they didn't keep the Passover like us, they didn't dress like us, they didn't act like us. They grew up celebrating Roman holidays, they grew up dressing like Romans. Just like today, you got a man from the islands who is both black, but he didn't grow up in the British society, so he calls us British. But are we British? Are we the same people as David Cameron? Are we the same people as Tony Blair? No, but they call us British. And the same thing happened in the Bible. You had brothers that didn't grow up in Jerusalem, so the brothers called them Gentiles, man, even though they were not Gentiles, man. They were not blood Gentiles, and that's who Paul's mission was to. Paul's mission was to those brothers there that didn't grow up in the land, man. I'm going to tell that Christian earlier, but he couldn't control himself, man. Like Christians, they don't have no discipline, man. They claim to be men of God, but when they come up, they got no decorum and no discipline and got no manners, man. They can't control themselves, man. Had he waited, they would have answered the question. Had he wouldn't keep shouting out, he would have been escorted out, man. We'll keep reading.
God. And as Paul was to be led into the castle.
And this is Paul. All Christians speak about Paul, talk about Paul, but Paul in the New Testament, Paul in this. Now we're going to see what color Paul was, man. Paul was locked up for teaching his word. Paul was locked up the same way we get harassed by the police for being on Birmingham City Centre, man, for being in central London, man, for being in Brixton, man. Paul was out there teaching the word of God, saying that Christianity is a lie, man, and Christianity is known for pedophilia and known for child molestation, man, and people didn't like that. And they called the police on Paul just like how they called the police on us. And Paul was locked up and they were leading Paul away into prison, leading him into the castle, man. Paul was in chains. Read.
He said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee?
So this is Paul. Paul's locked up for doing what we do, man, saying that Christ is a black man, that Christianity is false, and Christianity is against black people, and that black people shouldn't be Christian, and that Christianity is from Satan, man. And they locked him up, and Paul's in chains, and Paul saw the captain, the man in charge, and Paul's trying to get his attention, and Paul, that captain, can I speak to you real quickly? I need a word, man. Read.
Who said, canst thou speak Greek?
And the captain looked at Paul and said, yo, you speak Greek. Right. He looked at him and was shocked, like, whoa, you speak Greek. We're gonna find out why. We're gonna find out why he was shocked. We'll find out why he asked this question. The captain said, yo, thou can speak Greek? Meaning, I didn't expect that from you. Read.
God. Art not thou that Egyptian?
And the reason why the man said that to Paul was why? He thought Paul was an Egyptian, man. He went, whoa, thou can speak Greek, because he thought Paul was an Egyptian. Paul was not an Egyptian. Right. But why did he think Paul was an Egyptian? Does anyone know? Why did the man think that Paul was an Egyptian? Because the Egyptians are dark skinned just like Paul, man. Right. They share the same complexion. He saw Paul and he saw Greek coming out of his black face. He's like, whoa, I didn't expect that from you. And he said, you can speak Greek. Aren't you an Egyptian? Meaning what? Paul was a black man according to the Bible, man. Right. If Paul was black, that means what? The disciples were black, man. Paul was a Jew from Tarsus, man. And this man looked at Paul and assumed he was an Egyptian. Why? Because the Egyptians are black. The people in Egypt today are not real Egyptians, man. They will tell you they are Arabs, man. They are Arabs, man. When Muhammad started to spread his philosophy and his religion of Islam, one of the first places they went to was what? Egypt, man. And they conquered Egypt and put Arabs there. The people, don't get it mixed up with Egyptians today. They're not real Egyptians, man. The real Egyptians were dark-skinned people. And this man saw Paul and thought, yo, you're an Egyptian. How are you speaking Greek so good, man? Imagine you see a Chinaman in the Chinese garment, looking hella Chinese. And he's like, you right there, mate? You think, yo, when you coming with this, I know, man, the scouts. Like, yo, you can speak British. You can speak English. That's what happened. Why? Because Paul was a black man. This man thought that Paul was an Egyptian. Why? Because they're dark skin like us, man. Read it again, Ak.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
He goes, aren't you that Egyptian? We done?
Which before these days made us an uproar.
And he goes, you made an uproar? Ain't you the Egyptian that made an uproar? Paul was known for making an uproar. Why? Because Paul was teaching everything against this earth, man. Right. Like what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We're the real prophets of God, man. And let me tell you something. Christ is against everything of this world. And when we teach about this world, we start an uproar. We're out here telling our people that Christianity is false, man. That religion is a false. Christianity is satanic, man. Easter is satanic, man. You know, we're out here telling our people this, and all religions, and every last one of them is satanic, man. People don't like that. And it starts an uproar. We're completing this, we're fulfilling the same mission that Paul was fulfilling, man. We done.
Gone. Which before these days made us an uproar, and led us out into the wilderness for thousand men that were murderers.
Come on.
But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew.
And what is Paul?
A man which am a Jew.
And Paul said, I am a Jew. The word Jew comes from the word Judah, man. That's what the word means. When you speak to so-called Jewish people, they tell you, yeah, I'm a Jew. But Jew's only one tribe, man. What about the other 11? Right. The word Jew is an abbreviation of the word Judah. And Paul said, I'm a Jew. I'm not Egyptian. I'm a Jew, man. This man got it mistaken for the Egyptian, meaning what? The Jews are black. They're dark-skinned. They're people of color, man. Paul said, I'm not an Egyptian. I'm a Jew, man. Read.
Gone. Of Tarsus.
Of Tarsus. Tarsus is what? A city in I think it's Italy, man. Call me. I'll get it for you later. I'm not too sure, but I swear it's in Italy, man. Tarsus. Fuck you up. Yeah. So the Jews was three tribes. The Jews was Judah. That's where Jew comes from. But you had three tribes that lived with Judah, and them three was considered Jews, and the rest of them was considered the northern kingdom or Israel or the kingdom of Ephraim. That's what it was called. But we done. So Paul was a Benjamite living in who's a Jew that kept the Passover, kept the traditions. Hence why he was called a Jew. And he's saying, I'm not an Egyptian. I might be mistaken for him, but I'm not. And he corrected him. Said, listen, I'm a Jew, man. Read.
Gone. For 1,000 men that were murderers. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus.
Come on.
A city in Cilicia.
A city in Cilicia. So Paul was a man that was a Jew, but he lived somewhere else, or he had citizenship, Greek citizenship or Roman citizenship. That's what it was, man. Where you're born don't determine who you are, man. Black people saying, well, I'm British, man. You're not British, you're a Jew, man. Where you're born don't determine who you are, man. You can be born on the moon. It don't make you a Martian, man. If you're born in an airplane, what does that make you, man? You are who your father is, man. That's right. A man has sex with a woman and plants his seed in a woman, and you are that man. A man can only make himself, and that's who you are. If you're as a black man, and you are a black man, man. A man can only, it don't matter where you're born, don't mean anything. Where you're born, this means where you're born. This means you got citizenship in that land, you got citizenship in that country, but it don't change who you are, man. A Chinese man knows where he comes from. No matter where he goes in the globe, he goes, I'm Chinese. They even know, they go, yo, they say, I'm Chinese American, I'm Chinese British, I'm Indian. They know where they come from, man. But we think, I'm British. I'm black British, man. But how can you be black British, man? Black don't determine who you are. Black is only a color. God gave you a name, Yasha Allah, man, means Israel, man, prince of the power, man. That determines who you are, man. It determines your bloodline, who you come from, man. What nation you come from. Black is just a color, man. You open a pack of crayons, you got all colors, and you're just black. That's all you are, just black. Ask a black man, what's your nationality? Well, I'm African Caribbean, man. So hold on, let me get this right. The Caribbean consists of many different islands, man. Trinidad is one of them islands. Jamaica is one of them islands. How are you all of them? Antigua is one of them islands. We don't know who we are. We're just lost. That's what the Bible says. We're the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. And for anyone to say it don't matter, it's ridiculous. Ask any other nation, they know where they come from. They will say, Eastern European man don't say, yeah, I'm European. Say, I'm Polish, man. I'm English, I'm French. They let you know where they come from. But we just want to be the whole continent. I'm African. But Africa got over 50 different countries, man. Speak over 50 different dialects and different languages, man. Different cultures, man. Nigerian man got different culture from Congo, man. Congo man got different culture from people in Egypt, man. People in Morocco dress different, act different, speak different from people of South Africa, man. So how are you all of them? When even they don't agree, even they have different disputes between them, man. So how are you all of them? Don't tell me culture ain't important, man. Because we don't know what culture, and that's why we're on the bottom. That's why we're lost. That's why we're dying, man. And while we're dying, that's why we don't want to come together. It's time that black people drop all the other nations and come together, man. But we can't come together. Why? Because God loves everybody, man. I can't leave him out. Because God loves everybody. I got a jowl with him because, you know what I mean? We're all dwelling together, man. Listen, black man, we've been lied to for too long, man. We've been lied to for way too long, man. It's time that we come together, man. Let me tell you something. It's power when we come together by ourselves. Anyone come up to England in the 60s? In the 60s was a time when black people was forced to come together, man. They were saying that we can't come into their nightclubs. They were saying that we can't come into their shops, man. You know what black people did? We came together, man. You know what we did? We said, you know what? Forget your nightclubs. We're going to have our own nightclubs. And they called it I.S.U.P.K, man. We said, we can't have your shops. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make our own shops, man. And you had black-owned businesses. And then guess what? One day, Christianity popped up, man. And we started to love everybody and got integrated. Now you can come in our shops. Now guess what? No more black nightclubs, man. No more black businesses, man. Everyone talks about the 60s and how great it was, or the 60s. What happened, man? We started to integrate, man. There's power, black man, when we come together, man. When we come together, there's power. You don't believe me? Ask the East Indian man that got the big temple in your community, man. Ask the East Indian man that will probably own this in a couple of years, man. And while they're coming together, stealing us, we're just loving everybody, man. Black man, we are living in a dream world, man. We gotta wake up out of it, man. Color matters, man. And if you don't matter, you better ask the Indian man. You better ask the East Indian man that Chinatown, in every major city in England, there's Chinatown, man. And they only employ Chinese people, man. And meanwhile, black people are looking for jobs. The unemployment rate in the black community is through the roof, man. It will make sense that they give a black man a job and say, you know what, black employment rate is rough, you know, give them a job. But why don't they give black people jobs? Why? Anyone know why? Anyone know why? Because you ain't their concern. Why you came back, because they don't care about you, man. You're not their concern, man. I'm trying to help Chinese people, and they will give a Chinese man a job who don't speak English over you any day, man. You know why? Because you ain't their concern. That's how we got to think black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man. If you got the AIDS fund, the AIDS fund, how much money of the AIDS fund goes to the cancer fund? None of it does. Why? Because this is an AIDS concern, and cancer has their own concern. And black man, Hispanic man, we got our own concern, man. You know what our concern is? Our concern is black on black crime. Our concern is drugs in our neighborhoods, man. Our concern isn't Ukraine. It's not what's happening in Palestine, man. It's not the Jewish man and the white man. Our concern is our concern. But this is the problem. We're too busy worrying about them and forgetting our own, man. That's why when I speak about black people, well, everyone stabs each other. This is a big issue that we should come together and fix, man. Drugs is a big issue that we should come together and fix, man. But we don't care about that because we're too busy caring about Ukraine, man. We're too busy caring about Palestine, man. We're too busy caring about everyone that takes drugs. What about the black man that takes drugs? He said, what about everybody? What about black people? Forget everybody. What about black people? What about the black man that takes drugs? What about the black woman with no man in the house? What about the single parent homes, man? What about the black man behind bars, man? What about the black man on drugs? What about the Windrush that got deported after they fixed his country? What about them? That's what we need to worry about, man. Everyone else loves themselves. Meanwhile, we love everybody. That's the problem, man. While we're praying for everybody, no one's praying for us, man. That's the problem. Give me that in Jeremiah 15:5 real quick, man, Baba Kashar. Jeremiah 15:5. Let me know when you're there. That's the problem, man. The Christianity they teach us ain't the Christianity that they believe in themselves, man. Putin don't care about everybody else. Ukraine, which is another Christian country, don't care about everybody else. They care about their own country, man. England, which is a Christian country, allegedly drops bombs on other countries and steals their oil, man. They're not caring about everybody else. We care about everybody else. Black man, the problem is, this is what the problem with black people is. We play fair. That's the problem, black. We play fair. You say you can't do that. It's only fair you do this. It's only fair you do that. It's only fair you involve everybody else. Meanwhile, no one else is playing fair. No one's playing fair. Everyone sees a particular land and they see your building that you built and they say, we're taking it, man. They see your neighborhood and they gentrify it, man. They see that the Windrush built this place. They play fair. They say, you know what? They built this place, man. Their blood, sweat, and tears wait this place. They said, no, get them gone. They don't play fair. Meanwhile, we're out here playing fair. We got to start loving our people, man. And think about our people only and our people first. And that's what Christ came for. Christ came for our people only, man. We the ark.
Father of God, book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
And the Bible goes, who shall have pity on thee, O Jerusalem? Jerusalem is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We are Jerusalem. We are the real Jews, man. And who has pity on us? Nobody does, man. Even our own people don't have pity on us. To the point that when I talk about black people, well, drugs go to everybody. Well, everyone gets stabbed. Who has pity on us, man? He goes, look at that poor black man being deported, man. No one does. Meanwhile, we must all cry for Ukraine. We must all cry for Somalia and the starving people of this country and the starving people of that country. But black people, you be right, man. No one cries about. Whenever a black man says another black man, what do they say? Boy, them black men need to fix up, man. Who has pity on him? Who said, you know what? But this black man got no man in the house. This black man grew up with his mum going to working 3-4 jobs to keep the lights on. Of course, he's not going to have no father. Of course, he's not going to have the same upbringing as everybody else. No one has pity on us. They even blame us, man. They said, boy, well, everyone got the same 24 hours, man. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Does everyone have the same 24 hours? The Indian man 24 hours different from mine. Did I hear his father in the house? Why? Because his father came to England after my father built it up. Our forefathers had to work and keep a family while fighting racism. Had to build a family and build up England while fighting the teddy boys, while being called a gollywog, while being called a coon. So of course, when his son's born, which is me now, I can't have him in the house. Why? Because he's working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, man. I don't get that extra time that the East Indian man has. So when he goes to school, of course he's going to concentrate more. Of course, he didn't grow up with his mom and drugs, his father and drugs. So of course he can focus more. Of course he can sit down and be in class and be learned more. Our 24 hours are 2 different 24 hours, man. We get blamed for being poor. We get blamed for being on the bottom. No one has pity on us, man. Read that again.
God, Book of Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 5. Or who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
We done?
Or who shall bemoan thee?
And who bemoans for black people? Bemoan means to cry. Who even cries for black people, man? Mark Duggan died by the hands of the police, man. And you know what black people saying? Why shouldn't be a drug dealer then, man? Shouldn't have had a gun then, man. Couldn't have a gun. Meanwhile, they cry for Ukraine. Meanwhile, they're crying for Palestine. No, does anyone say, well, the Palestinians shouldn't have bombed the what's it called? The Palestinians. Yeah, don't say well, the Palestinians shouldn't have bombed Gaza, man. They started it. Should have done it, man. They should have kept quiet. No one says that, man. But with black people now, why? Well, you know, you have a gun, this happens, you know. No one goes, well, he got a gun because what? Because this oppressor put us in a system where we got no man in the house. We're looking for gangs. We're looking for fatherhood outside of the ghetto. No one says that. No one even thinks about it, man. It's our fault, man. It's our fault why we're poor. It's our fault why we sell drugs. No one bemoans us. No one even cries for us, man. Read that, get up.
God. Or who shall bemoan thee?
And who even cries for us? The policeman that killed Mark Duggan made a mistake, man. You know what he said? I'll do it again. He says, yo, being a policeman's a hard job, you know. It's easy to criticize. It's a hard job, and yeah, I'll do it again. And this man's dead with no family, man. Dead now. He got his son's in jail now, I believe in it. Son's in jail, man. Grew up without his father, man. And no one even cried him. So you know what? I made a mistake. You know, I'm sorry. Kept his job. No one got sacked for it. No one went to jail for it. And this man kept his job, man. That's because no one cries for us. And that is how disgusting the Christian church is, man. The Christian is disgusting. And it makes us love people that look like this and hate ourselves. And it's so deeply embedded in us. We don't even know we're doing it, man. We don't even know we're doing it. This Christian man earlier said, you hate white people. I didn't even mention white people, man. I said that the black people is the real Jews according to the Bible. I didn't even mention white people. But Christianity is on his mind so much that black people can't be nothing. And whenever you mention black people being great, what about Master? What about the white man? He has to come in here also. That's how disgusting the Christian church is, man. That's how disgusting the Christian church is, man. It's like, what's the question about Good Friday? Come on.
If I could, every point you bring out, like how, you know, when we mention black people, they say, oh, what about white people? Well, like, say when the Jewish people, they received their reparations, they didn't say, oh, what about the black people that went through slavery?
Come on.
They didn't say, what about the over 99 million Jews, black people that died during the transport? They didn't worry about us. So it's like, why we keep worrying about them when nobody worries about us?
Exactly, man. Now, what the brother said was deep, man. Give him a hand real quick, man. When the so-called Jewish man got his reparations, did he break any off to the black man? Did he say, yo, them black men are kind of poor too, you know, I see them living in Bronx, Brooklyn, England, France, starving everywhere, in Brooklyn. He said, no, this is my money, man. So why are we talking about everybody else, man? Let me tell you something, black men, we've been played, man. Give me that one real quick, let me then wrap out. Give me, sister asked about Good Friday. To answer your question, Good Friday is nowhere in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that say Christ died on a Friday and rose again on Sunday. Give me that real quick, one about 3 days. Let me get it real quick. Matthew 12 and 40. Give me that, Baba Kishar. Matthew 12 and 40. And we wrap out. And we got announcements. No, sir. Let me know you're there. Matthew 12 and 40, yeah? Matthew 12 and 40, Bob Kushal. Any quick question before we wrap up? We're finishing about 2 minutes now. All right, most time Christ.
God, the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 14. Then the Pharisees went out.
40, Matthew 12, 40.
God, the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire.
You sure you're there? Matthew 12, verse 40?
Salakia.
Wrong one, yeah?
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 40. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly.
So Jonah was a prophet of God that was in the whale's belly for 3 nights and 3 days. Christ saying the same way how Jonah was in the whale's belly for 3 nights and 3 days. Read.
God. So shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
So Christ said he would die and be buried for 3 days and 3 nights. The same way how Jonah was in the whale's belly for 3 days and 3 nights. This is my question. According to Christianity, Christ died on Friday, Good Friday, and rose again on Easter Sunday. How many days is between Friday and Sunday? I'll help you out for time's sake. It's 2 days. It's not 3 days.
Right.
So when you do the history on it, Easter Sunday is from the goddess Ishtar. It's history. It's a Roman holiday that was around long before Christ was even born. It's a goddess of fertility. That's why they use the egg and the rabbit. What egg represents birth and fertility, and a rabbit also represents fertility. Hence the term, you breed like rabbits. That's why they used it. Rabbits don't even lay eggs. In case no one didn't know, don't even lay eggs. But over time, they incorporated that to represent fertility. And over time, they said the Bible speaks about it and put that into Christianity, but it's nowhere in the Bible. You can do the history on it. And with that, I'm going to hand the class over to priest and prophet, officer of 500, Cesar one, the announcement. So, question.
Right. I don't know the order of things what's spoken before, but I'd like to ask just to get your perception on something, if that's okay. Yeah. You go to Galatians 4, 22 to 24.
Galatians 4,
22 to 24. You from the King James?
It is, yeah.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 24. Which things are an allegory?
Allegory, come on.
Maybe go up 2 verses and then come down to that.
Book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 22. For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman. But he who was the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise.
So what's your question?
Now, carry on.
Verse 24. Which things are an allegory?
Allegory. Yeah. So we've got down allegory.
Yeah.
The word means, what does that word mean? It means a story.
No, allegory is like a parable. Like, you ever heard the allegory of the hare and the tortoise? The allegory is basically like saying, it's not really like it's not a story literally about a hare and a tortoise. That is allegory. So the Bible says it is there. Abraham had 2 sons there, one by a slave woman, one by a free woman. The allegory that we from the free woman and our from the slave woman, that we are meant to be free and they meant to be slaves to the kingdom of heaven. That's allegory. That's the question.
That's how you read that.
You look at, you got a phone and you Google what the word allegory means. That's what it means. But that's what it's speaking about anyway. That's your question. You up on the time, yeah? All right. No, so we do this real quick. Both sides. All right, clap it up. What's up, man?
God, all right. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out on 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a brother or sister. When a new brother or sister come into the truth, they are off limits. for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord giveth you, give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, we got the Passover, which is on the 20th of April. It's on the 20th of April. Akiums and Akros, check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, a madian, which means to stand. We're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat, Yadamata, Sam, which means to turn. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. All right? Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yadamata, which means hands down. Class dismissed.